Good afternoon, folks. Well, I'm delivering this little intro from the car on account of it is absolutely blowing a hoolie out there. Hello. I'm going to do my intro in reverse. I'm actually coming to the end of my little walk, but I think it's nicer giving you the intro while I'm out and about, not sat in the car. When I got it, it was blowing a hoolie. Well, I've been up here several times before and I've walked up to the trig point from several different directions, and it's the first time I've ever found a bloody great big valley in front of me there with a very steep drop off this edge here, so we will be following the track a bit further and find a safer way around. I've come doing a little bit of exploring I wasn't expecting to explore. In between where I was and where I was going, there's this valley, and I didn't know it was here, so I've come down to have a look. It's got some lovely rock formations, and I've seen a previous video where it was said that this was a riverbed in years gone by. I mean, like seriously years gone by, prehistoric times. And there's a bit of another valley over the brow of the hill, and I was thinking, nah, it's too high up, but this here now is absolutely cracking. It would make a really good wild camp spot. I've just bumped into a fellow with a keen eye for photography, and he's just walking around trying to get some shots. The sky's a bit grey and overcast, but the scenery is really... I don't think you want to be up here on Halloween, mind, but it's beautiful. So we'll carry on and have a mooch. I'm right chuffed to find this place. It was, I mean, you saw what it was like at the top. It's blown a hoolie. Come down here now. Barely a breath of wind. It's absolutely stunning. So, previously I would have been along the top of this ridge somewhere, and I've looped round in a big circle. Now coming along the valley bottom. And I've seen another video ages and ages ago. It might have been Blamhoff, who's another local YouTuber that likes his history, saying that this was a river valley back in the day. And as I said before, I just didn't really believe it, but now I'm down here, it's like some of Jurassic Park. It's mint. Really rugged. A daft little walk to bag a trig turned into a proper adventure. Chuffed a bit. I'm going to carry on mooching. This, where you can see the long reeds, is quite boggy. That's the bottom of the valley. But I'm going to mooch about a bit more and then head up to the trig point on the top. Curious patch of rock on the floor here where it looks like it's predominantly sandstone, but then in amongst it there's quartz crystals, and you could well believe that this was a riverbed that has been pushed up. Can't believe how tranquil it is down here. This is like the land the world forgot down here. Oh, I've just found the wind again. Some beautiful outcrops of rock, and I wouldn't be surprised if anything crawled out from under a rock, from an adder to a iguana to a dinosaur. A Damien the Fell Wanderer even. Absolutely spot on. I think from the car park, if you follow the wall at the gate, the first gate you come to, I think that would probably bring you down this path here. And then I'm guessing the trig point's some way up there, but I'm gonna have a little mooch around here first. Judging by what's underfoot, I think the cattle are maybe helping just beat a little bit of a path through the undergrowth. Sometimes you get places and you can't get through because it's just too thick or too boggy or too rocky. But this has got little paths to meander through the undergrowth, the landscape. Look at that for a bivvy spot. Come on. I suppose you wouldn't have much of a view. We did come up here in the beast from the east, and it would have been brilliant finding it down here because I bet the snowdrifts would have been tremendous. A good foray of wood sorrel as well. Mixed in with the grass. I'm gutted I've only brought one flask. I could have spent all day coming around here, sitting down, having a coffee, moving on, sitting down, having a coffee, moving on, sitting down, having a coffee. Bilberry's up there. They're well gone, but again, another little wild camp spot. Right, granted, the view's not brilliant. It's but you're out the wind. Again, the wind's picked up just at the wrong time. But look at this channel. This has definitely been carved out of the rock at some point in time. If you have any ideas what for, I'd love to know. It's all the way down there. And then I would say there's a line there as well. What's all that about? I'm intrigued now because this channel seems to go up there as well. It looks more than just, well, it could be natural. It just seems odd. It's not very often you find somewhere where you think, actually, I'm not telling you where this is and I'm not being an arse. It's beautiful. It's hard to find. And judging by the amount of litter that's not here, not many other people have found it. Saying that, I've just spotted two people in the distance. But, nevertheless, I hope you enjoy the video. And, it's mint. So again, another little place I absolutely love. Tucks out of the way. If you don't know it, you don't know it. Again, the rock formations are class. Since I was last there. There we are. Oh, yeah. Your own little spot for a bit of cave dwelling. Mint, innit? I think I'm going to take the opportunity to have myself a... Get out and be a caveman. You know it makes sense. Well, I hope you enjoyed your little adventure today. It's been impromptu, not what I was planning for. I was just going to go and bag a trig, and it's been turned into something quite special. Finding all these little tucked away places. It's nice just to stop here and have 10 minutes, have a cuppa. You might be able to hear the traffic noise. We're not a million miles from civilization. The view's not fantastic with these trees, but I'm not bothered. It's just a cracking little place. A bit of peace and quiet with a little bit of background traffic noise. You come up here in the beast from the east, when my knee wasn't a gammy, and this hillside here was completely covered in snow. Just off the main road there was snow drifts that were 8 foot deep, something like that, and I was diving down the hill and then just swimming through the snow, like the Coors advert, maybe not quite as graceful as that. And I did have my coat on. There was no way I was doing it topless, but what a laugh. And we were just literally diving in here, swimming all the way to the bottom. All the bracken was down, and you just kind of followed the natural flow of the lay of the land. It was brilliant. Just big coat, waterproof trousers, skidding all the way to the bottom head first. The wind's dropped off lovely now. So, 2 random encounters with 2 random strangers. Chap from Lowestoft who was born up here, he's just come up taking some photographs, and we were just both equally gobsmacked with how beautiful the place is. And then a fellow that's picking mushrooms, so I was just picking his brains on which ones to pick. Something I'd love to do, but I ain't got the knowledge. So he said, if you pick little brown mushrooms, there's an out that'll kill you, but it could give you the trots. So I said, nah, stick to me seaweed. Picking like these little ones here. There is quite a lot dotted about, but I'm not risking. Well, my new mushroom picking mate be loving it, eh? There's all manner of different ones. There's brown ones, red ones, creamy coloured ones, black ones, proper black ones, brown ones. No, I just wouldn't risk it. Everywhere you turn, they just look like little places for bivvy camps. Just listen to that silence. However, we've got to clear the bog of death. There's a couple of these. Oh, that wasn't very dramatic, was it? Which I'm quite pleased about, because I didn't want to go back stinking crap and some bog. Look like Shrek already without smelling like it. The mushroom picker fellow was telling me there's a Buddhist monastery not far from here, which I didn't know, and he reckons that on a regular basis the monks come up this neck of the woods and do a bit of meditating. And I think if I could sit cross-legged without me getting my knee, I might be able to get into that. As it stands, I'm probably better off just sitting there, really. Another good spot to comfortably place your backside and have a cuppa. It's lush now, the wind's died off. Absolutely spot on. A couple of little midges, but nothing to worry about. So, I've just got the length of a field to walk, and unless I get chased by a cow, there won't be that exciting. So I think the calves are getting a little bit excitable. There was a woman walking up the path a minute ago with a dog, and they're all having a little bit of a shout. I'll be alright, I've got my Luke Skywalker sticks. I'll Obi-Wan Kenobi them in the head if they come over. One back. 2 seconds after doing my intro. But I hope you've enjoyed the footage that came in between, and it was a cracking little adventure. A bit more to it than just bagging the trig in the end, but it's another one off the list. Only another 253 to go, I think, or maybe 55. It's a lovely still evening there. Just trying to see a woodpecker or something of interest. See all the leaves in the trees, there's not a breath of wind. Beautiful. Anyway, catch you on the next one.